Hello, my name is Artie. Welcome to the show. Last week we talked about politics and I'm not allowed to say that it is Pizza Hut, but it is Pizza Hut. And also we talked about this upcoming stupid video they make. I saw it. I'm very tired. I fly in from Los Angeles, so right now I just get here. I'm very sorry. Welcome to MOATAIF, starring Zach Roberts and RJ Quillen. Welcome, enjoy the show.
Thank you, Artie.
Yes. Artie's a good guy.
Yeah. He's a little creepy.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I wanted to start, I just got off work. And I wanted to start by telling you about 2 deliveries that I just went on. We both work at Pizza Hut. And it might be one of the worst. Period. It might be one of the worst.
Might be one of the worst, what, deliveries?
Yeah, just jobs.
Oh, jobs?
Yeah.
I would not say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be like...
Have you ever seen micro dirty jobs?
That's what I was literally just going to say. Like, we could be like scrubbing out sewers or something. But let me just say, I went on 2 specific deliveries. One is only awkward because of the person.
Were they naked?
No. It was Brandon Rogers.
Oh.
Yeah. So immediately awkward.
Yeah.
But especially awkward because he doesn't actually live in our delivery district. So they did the...
Oh, they did the illegal...
Yeah, they put down an address that was in our delivery district and then put in the delivery instructions, bring it to this house. Except they didn't put bring it to this house. Like it said... Yeah, it said 3446 was the thing at the top.
Yeah.
Where it said it would be delivered, where we actually delivered to. And then in the description it just said 4032. Didn't even notice it. Would you just notice 4 random fucking numbers?
Yeah, I would. I always look.
Well, I never look at that. Because why would it... Why? Why would they ever put the wrong address? That pisses me off. I'm so mad about it. Like, and Amy took the order, so I think it was Amy's fault. I should have stabbed her.
You heard it first, folks.
Yeah. But...
If she ends up dead from...
Watch, she's gonna get stabbed tonight by, like, her abusive husband or something, and then,
Does
like...
she have an abusive husband?
Well, no, I don't think so, but I'm just saying, like, we don't know. Anyway, so... I go to 3446, where I think Brandon Rogers lives, and there is no 3446, of course. Well, there is. It's like right on the corner there, you know, of that one road and the other. St. Paris Pike in Eagle City, you know.
Yeah.
It's right on.
I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, it was right on the corner there.
Okay.
Well, and then I call and he's like, "No, that's not the right address. It's Rogers Garage." And I was like, "Okay, neat.
Nice.
No one's around. It's okay. Like,
okay,
we're allowed to say addresses."
I wasn't saying nice about that.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted. So I call him and he's like, "No, it's Rogers Garage. I'm the house at Rogers Garage." Okay. Like, so you know Rogers Garage. There's like the entrance to Rogers Garage, and there's that green house that's right there that has like the for rent sign, like for the 1-bedroom apartment. Neat. So I thought maybe that was it, but I didn't drive there first. I went into Rogers Garage, because he says you're going to go into Rogers Garage. So I go in, there's a house back there, completely pitch black. Like, closed for business, like, done. Like, inhabitable, like, I can see, like, in the windows that, like, there's, like, computers and, like, stuff that are on, but no lights in the entire house.
Yeah.
So I knocked on the door, didn't hear anything, I was like, yeah, this definitely isn't it. Like, this is 100% for sure not the house. There's nobody in this house. So I go back to the car, and it's raining, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to the car, drive to the house at the entrance, no lights on, no doors. Don't know where the door is. Like, could not find the door to this house. Period.
Happens.
So I got back in the car, called him again. He wouldn't answer. His phone was going straight to voicemail, so I think he turned it off or it died or something. Pissed me the fuck off. So as I was getting ready to leave, Jacob calls, and he's like, "Hey, that guy that you're delivering to says you just drove away." And I was like, "No, like, I'm still on the property." At this point, I'm just driving around the Rogers Garage property, like, pulling into fucking, like, horse stables, like, like...
Delivering to a horse?
Well, I didn't know I didn't know, like, how big the property was, like, where the house on the property was, like, because there's, like, 3 to 4 different buildings that it could have been.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Well, he said he flagged you down." I was like, "Okay, well, it's also pitch-ass black. They don't have any lights on back here. So I did not see them if I was driving away."
Yeah.
The whole time I know it's Brandon Rogers, but Brandon Rogers doesn't know it's me. So apparently he's calling and yelling at Samantha, like, through, like, yelling at her at the office. Your driver's just fucking drove away. Like, I was on the phone. I just waved him down. He knocked on the door for like 2 seconds and got back in his car and drove away. So I come around from the horse stable, or whatever the fuck it was, and
This is
he's
gonna be awkward. I can tell.
already, and he's standing there, and so I was like, okay, I could turn off the car, grab the stuff, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, like, you know, I didn't know. You know, and I explained, like, I knocked on the door, there were no lights on, so I just assumed I was at the wrong house and went to the one up there. Whole time he doesn't realize it's me, because it's dark. I finally walk up to him, and I just say, yeah, hello. Like, because, like, I knew he would recognize me. He goes, God damn it, Zach. And I was like, I'm sorry, like, I did not know, and I explained it to him, and he was like, no, you're fine, like, you know, it's whatever. Still so awkward. And the whole time...
I thought he hated you.
Yeah, well, I think Britton does.
I think they both do.
I think they both probably do, but he gave me $5, even after all that.
Oh.
So I talked to him for a minute. I was like, you know, I didn't know. I said I should have known when I saw Brandon Rogers that it was to the Rogers garage or area. Should have just known that. But then I thought, you know, you just got married, so maybe you lived maybe you lived at 3446. You know what I mean? I didn't know. He said, no, we live here now. Like, this is our house. Like, we live in what used to be the Rogers garage office. And I was like, neat. And I literally told him, I was like, I was embarrassed, or I was nervous to, like, finally come up and see you because I work at Pizza Hut, and I'm embarrassed of it.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, don't...
As you should be.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, don't be. He's like, I worked at Penn Station while I was, like, studying. And I was like, neat. Because then I told him, I was like, well, yeah, I'm going back to school in, like, New York. I just couldn't believe he gave me $5. Because, A, I thought he hated me because we always argued in show choir. And also because I was not invited to their wedding, and I'm blocked on their Facebooks.
And you're a Democrat.
And I'm a Democrat, and I'm gay.
Outspoken
And an atheist.
Yeah.
So, like, all the things that they're completely against.
Yes.
So that was one of the... you know, awkward. Second, domestic violence happened in front of me.
I see domestic violence all the time towards children.
Well, it wasn't towards the children. It was... Okay, first of all, I hate half houses. You know what I mean? Not duplexes, but it's like
196.5 East Gate
exactly.
Road.
It was on Light Avenue or Light Street or something like that.
You know the half houses, like they're literally just houses that people are like, I'm gonna turn this into an apartment,
right?
And then not actually go through the effort of giving it a new address,
right? But you know, like it was on Light Street, so not in a good neighborhood.
South Light,
yeah.
Ooh.
So not a good neighborhood. And it says in the instructions, it just says like 216 South Light. And then it says, in one half, use the stairs in the alleyway. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I would have expected there to be a light in the stairwell. No,
nobody turns on lights.
So fucking rude.
Yeah, it is rude.
First of all, that's fucking rude. But then the door's open at the top, so like I could kind of see like the last two stairs. But these are the ricketiest, steepest stairs I've ever seen in my entire life.
They're ghetto.
And with nothing underneath them. Like, nothing underneath them. You know what I mean?
No.
No, like...
Support?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, not support, but, like, I could just see straight through all of the stairs. There was no, like, under it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Terrifying. Like, genuinely terrifying. Because I'm walking up this steep staircase, up this dark, steep staircase, up to a fucking house where I hear yelling and screaming. Not even sure if I have the right house because I can't find the fucking numbers on the house.
This has literally happened to me so many times.
Cannot see the numbers on the house because it's dark as fuck. So I'm like, okay, this is where I die. Like I hear them yelling at each other. Doors open, windows are open. Like,
yeah, I hate when you walk up to a door and you're like going to knock on it, but it's open. You're just like,
exactly.
You're like looking right in. There's like, yeah.
Like
I just some morbidly obese woman who like he's like, come in.
No,
you haven't had that yet.
No. I knocked on the door. Who is it? And I was like, surely that's not for me. I didn't say anything. He's like, who is it? I was like, Pizza Hut. Like, I was so mad.
I do that too. I'm just like, people are like, yeah, who is it? And I'm like, pizza?
Like, you ordered a pizza. Like, did you not remember? I was so mad. I was, like, so offended that he was like, who is it? I was like, fucking Pizza Hut. Like, who the fuck do you think it is? Like,
pizza and pay for it.
So his wife or girlfriend comes out, and, like, she would be pretty if she wasn't a drug user. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I witnessed those people.
And she comes out, and I say, you know, it's $16.83. She gives me $17, and she's like, keep the change. Like, it's a big tip.
I want to throw it back in there.
I know, right? 27 fucking cents, yeah.
Thanks.
But, she goes, and then, like, she goes, thank you, like, have a good night. The only light in this stairwell is coming from the inside of their house. Closes the door.
So you died.
Pitch fucking black.
You died.
Like, literally cannot see. I'm death grip on the railing, like, and each step is like at least a foot apart, like in width.
Yeah.
And so I'm literally mumbling, "You fucking bitch," the whole time because I can't see these stairs, nor do I live there and know how many. Well, I left my phone in the car because
you're on South Light Street.
Well, I know, but anyway, so I get down to the stairs and she's like, "It was a fucking pizza man. Did you really think while you're here I'm gonna invite my fucking boyfriends over here as if I'm not fucking not? You think I'm that fucking stupid?" And I just hear, boom.
Oh.
And I just got in the car and left. Like, this lady might be dead. And I just got in the car and left.
You can, like, report those things anonymously.
Yeah, well.
The only thing I've reported on a delivery is I found these people on West Pleasant. They had fucking a chicken in a cage on their porch eating, like, food scraps. And, like, a rabbit with him. I don't know what it was about, so I reported it to the Humane Society. Like, they're like,
what did they say? They're like, we'll look into it?
Yeah, like, we'll look into it.
Huh.
It's like they're just sitting on their porch, like...
Was this during your vegetarian years?
No, it was
okay.
No, it was like this, like, literally just a chicken on the fucking porch, like, eating food, like a hamburger. It was really bizarre.
That's so random.
Next segment.
Thanks, Artie.
Yes, that was Pizza Hut.
He was just moving us along. I don't know how he knew we were done.
Yeah, I don't
I had another story. Fuck you, Artie.
Yeah, he's so rude. He's literally so rude.
Okay, well.
Fuck you!
Anyway, so the thing that we wanted to talk about tonight, our main topic...
Top 10 lists.
Top 10.
I don't know why, but I used to be subscribed to WatchMojo.
I still am.
Which is just top 10 lists.
Yeah.
And recently I just started watching them again. I'm obsessed again. Can't help it.
They're awesome.
And also, there is a website called Culturalist.com, which allows you to, like, make top 10 lists with other people.
Yes, you.
Well, I know, but I'm just explaining for Nicholas. Like,
Yeah.
like, you know, it's pretty much each person goes in and makes their own top 10 list of whatever the subject is, and then it compiles it all into one main list.
Yeah.
It's neat, I guess, because you can add pictures or videos, pertaining to your topic, and I think it's neat. I've made 35 lists.
I've made none.
Yeah.
On that site.
Yeah. Well, it's neat. Which one should we do first? We have 3 that we're going to do 3 top 10 lists. So
let's do the one I put the least effort into, TV shows.
Okay, we're gonna do top 10 TV shows.
We'll do movies and we'll do albums.
Okay.
I put the most energy in albums.
Top 10 TV shows. Sounds good to me.
Do you remember by heart? Because you're not looking at
No,
the
I
list.
definitely have my list.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely need my list. Because it changes a lot. It pretty much changes every time I watch a new show.
Yeah.
I have to add something to the list.
Yeah.
Or take something out of the list. But a lot of these, we can definitely probably guess each other's lists for the most part, I think. But we're not going to, because that's not exciting.
Yeah, that's not exciting. It would be fun
for us,
if we were,
yes.
like, bored as shit, like 2 a.m.
Right. But it's, we're going to go from 10 to 1, see what each other has on their list, see if anything matches up. And at the end of it, if more of our things don't match up, we can't be friends anymore.
Okay,
so
well, you're definitely going to hate my TV shows list. Like, number 10 is ridiculous.
Ridiculousness?
Not ridiculousness.
I was like, why? Like, why ridiculous?
Just on record, I hate Rob Dyrdek.
He is a goddamn saint.
I'm just kidding. Like, he's...
Okay.
Oh, I dropped my pen. I need my pen.
Tragic.
Can't continue the story if I don't have my pen.
Artie, tell the folks we have technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. While they are finding the pin, I want to let you know that sometimes I vote for Republicans.
What the fuck, Artie?
I know, it's against...
Why do we need the pen for the...
Oh, what's happening?
Oh, it's my weird mouse.
Oh.
I told you, it's like a phantom mouse.
Do it still... yeah, it's still recording. That was a dumb question. Why?
Okay,
I just wanted to...
We got technical difficulties going on. I don't know.
We're leaving the set. Show's over, folks.
This is so unprofessional.
I know. Oh, it's right there. We would never...
It wasn't even a good pen.
Well, I know, but I need it. I want to follow along.
Welcome back to MOATAIF.
Thanks, Artie.
I love Artie.
Yeah, he's cool.
I hate you guys. Rude. Number
I think he's
10.
losing his raspy voice. What's your number 10?
Top 10 TV shows. Number 10. The Golden Girls.
The Golden Girl. Oh,
Yeah.
that's number 10? I'm surprised.
Yeah, The Golden Girls. It ran from 1985 to 1992. Just so you'd like to know.
I thought that would be higher on yours.
Well, it was at one point, but there you'll see. And interesting fact, one of the only shows in TV history where every single lead actress has won an Emmy.
Well, there's only 3, so it's
There's 4.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are
you kidding me?
I've never seen the Golden Girls.
Fucking B. Arthur, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty have all won an Emmy for their performances in the show. Different years. One of the only shows to ever do that.
Neat.
Yeah.
Fun fact about my number 10 list, never won any awards.
You think?
No, I know. Ghost Adventures with
Oh, yeah.
Zach Bagans, Nick Groff,
Yeah.
Aaron Goodwin.
Yeah. Interesting fact about RJ liking Ghost Adventures, he wants to give Zach Bagans a Blumpkin. So Zach
That is
Bagans,
very true. That has been my dream for
Yeah.
5 years.
So Zach Bagans, if you're listening, Blumpkins.
By the way, the show is terrible,
It's so bad.
but it's just fun to watch.
See,
I used to think it was really good.
See, I never liked Ghost Adventures. I always liked Ghost Hunters on, what was that, A&E, Sci-Fi? I don't remember. Number 9, Will and Grace.
I'm also surprised that isn't higher.
Ran from 1998 to 2006. Great show.
I thought that would be number 1. Well, not number 1.
no.
I know what number 1 is.
Don't say.
I won't.
But fun fact about Will and Grace is it actually made me feel comfortable with being a homosexual.
Good job.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Number 9 for me is Colbert Report, because I think it's
Why?
funny. I think it's the epitome of satire.
Are you going to watch Stephen Colbert on The Late Show?
No.
Yeah. Or Late Night with whatever the fuck Dave Letterman's show was?
Nope.
I did not like The Daily Show or The Colbert Report.
Well,
I'm sure The Daily Show is next on your list. But
it's not. It's not.
I did not like... I like Stephen Colbert like in other things. And I like Jon Stewart in other things. But I don't think those shows were ever funny.
I think the Colbert Report is hilarious.
I don't think they were funny enough to actually like sit and watch, but like if I saw like quotes or like pictures or stuff like them from them, then I like they were funny. Like I appreciated them for what they were, but to watch the entire show?
Yep.
No. Number 8, Curb Your Enthusiasm, 2000 to 2014.
Never seen it.
Starring Larry David. Hilarious.
14 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Only 9 seasons though.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's technically like still a thing, but it's on indefinite hiatus. But fun fact, most of it is improvised. Great show.
Cool. Mine is what are we on, 7?
8.
8. Mine's King of the Hill,
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
featuring Bobby.
Oh yeah.
That's Peggy. And none other than Hank Hill. Boomhauer. Funny show.
It is a good show.
Yes.
Actually, we have like bonded over like character analysis
Yeah,
of
we-
King Hill.
we always-
King Hill.
We talk about the character growth of Peggy,
Yeah.
Hank, really in depth.
Bill Dauterive.
Bill
Bill
Dauterive.
Dauterive is by far my favorite character.
Not mine. But he has like the most.
Well, who is your
background.
favorite character then?
Cotton
Peggy?
Hill.
Cotton Hill. They blew my shins off in WW2. Fun fact: King of the Hill, or Cotton Hill, was in Don't Make Fun of Veterans. Don't Make Fun of Veterans.
Yeah, he
Number
made an appearance
7.
in a video.
Number 7. American Horror Story, 2011 to present.
Oh, I didn't even think of that show.
Yeah.
Well, that would probably make an appearance on my list if I thought this through more.
Yeah. Well, American Horror Story, the first season was great, of course.
Yeah, first season was good.
Second season was even better, in my opinion.
I don't think it was as good.
Third season was great. When I
Season
watched
was
it,
probably better than the first.
when I watched Coven, like when it was live, I hated it. Did not like Coven when it was on. But then when I watched it again, loved it.
Yeah,
One of my
it's-
favorite
it's
seasons.
Really good.
And then the Freak Show, didn't like it, but I feel like if I watch it again, I will like it.
I have not seen Freak Show.
Very high hopes for Hotel because Lady Gaga's in it.
Yes. Fun fact: we like Lady Gaga.
Oh, we adore Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Queen Monster.
Wait, did you
Number
just see
7.
yours?
Yeah.
Did you just see yours? Mine is, I have it on here as How I Met Your Mother's,
Neat.
but it's supposed to be How I
Mothers.
Met Your Mother.
Now,
I cried at the season finale. I thought it was amazing.
I wanted to.
Unpopular opinion.
I wanted to,
sobbed.
but I hated it.
I loved it.
Hated it so much.
The entire time I was like, Robin, Robin.
See, my whole thing of it is they spent like the entire series explaining why it wasn't Robin. By this point, we can just talk about it. No one's gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no one gives a shit. Oh, I need to charge my computer.
Plug it in, plug it in. There's an outlet over there now. See, my thing is, with the whole series is explaining why it wasn't Robin. Literally, the first episode is explaining why he was not going to end up with Robin.
No, they explained why Robin wasn't the mother.
Well, yes, but then they spend the last season making us love Kristen Milioti as the mother.
Yeah, I hated her, though.
I loved her. And then they killed her off. And they did it so fast.
I hated the last seasons.
And they did... Well, the last season was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, because, the one-day thing.
Yeah, the whole last season takes place on the day of Barney and Robin's wedding, which, first of all, Barney and Robin, horrible couple.
Yeah, and they divorced.
Yeah. They get divorced, they lose contact with Robin, blah, 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 the mother dies, so bad. I thought it was horrible.
We forgot to say spoiler alert!
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
Spoiled it for you. I loved every episode of How I Met Your Mother until season 9. Every single episode.
Yeah, they were all pretty good.
Every single episode was great. And there were so many times where you thought you'd met the mother. And then when they finally meet the mother, then they kill her off. Hated it. Hated the finale.
I hated the mother, so I didn't care.
I had so
Robin.
much,
Do you remember that stupid episode where, Robin floated up like a fucking balloon?
No.
It was fucking bad.
Like fucking Moody's Point on the Amanda Show?
Yes! She fucking...
I don't remember that. I just remember, I love Robin, obviously. I love Robin Scherbatsky. But...
She's hot.
She is pretty attractive. But I think... No, didn't like it. Moving on.
No.
Number 6.
Hold on.
God damn it. It's on the bed. God damn it.
I always lose my phone.
Number 6 is a show that just aired recently. And is a spin-off of another show on my list.
Oh, I know what it is.
Number 6 is Better Call Saul.
Oh, never seen it.
2015 to present.
It's good?
So good. Literally one of the best shows I've ever seen. So good.
Is it like a drama?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's also like a comedy in the way that Breaking Bad's first season was kind of funny.
I don't think it was funny at all.
Well, you rewatch it and you'll think it's funny. Like Roof Pizza, shit like that. It's not funny, but the situations that he gets himself into are funny, and I love the new characters that they've brought into the show are wonderful. I love all the new characters, all the old characters. There are only 2 old characters really that
is the
are
big black guy.
Well, he hasn't been there yet, but
I like that guy.
Well, I'm sure Huel will be in an
Huel,
episode eventually, but right now, so far, the only 2 characters that have been important are Saul and Mike Ehrmantraut, and they're both so good.
Is it bad that I loved when Mike died? Because I hated him.
Well, I was scared of Mike. You know what I mean? He was a good It's weird because you root for Walter White obviously through the entire show.
Yeah.
And so Mike stood in the way of that and could have turned in Walter or whatever because he was losing everything.
Man, fuck Mike.
But Mike is a great character. Mike is a I
hated him at first. I thought he was ugly.
Oh, yes.
I just wanted him. He's like,
great character development though. And then in Better Call Saul, which is nominated for 7 Emmys this year, hasn't won yet.
I thought Better Call Saul was going to be this online thing that was just haha, this is cool.
It's so good.
Well,
very well written. Very well acted.
Vince Gilligan, did he do it?
Yeah.
No?
Vince Gilligan wrote and directed the first and last episode, I think. And then mainly it's Peter Gould, who also did Breaking Bad.
Oh.
But anyway, so Better Call Saul is absolutely wonderful. Highly recommend it to you specifically because
I'm a big fan of
so good.
Next. Wait, is that
no,
me?
You're still on number 6.
Okay, mine is The Office.
Really?
Yes.
That low?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, of course, the U.S.
Yeah, of course, the U.S.
Yeah. Can't talk about The Office because it's also on my list. Well, I mean, we can, but I mean, we're just going to have to revisit
I don't know anything about it. I don't know when it aired.
2005 to 2013.
Is this your next one?
No.
Oh, okay.
But let's be honest, the last 2 seasons were absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that's why it's not higher up.
After Michael left, doesn't even matter. after... Oh, God, I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah, let's not...
It's so good. It's so good. Like, it's so weird how a show so fucking funny has made me cry so many times.
Mm-hmm.
So many times. Jim and Pam getting engaged, Jim and Pam finding out about the baby, Jim and Pam getting married, Holly and Michael, anything with Holly and Michael.
Yeah, I love them.
Michael leaving, like, it's so sad. Like, I can't talk about it.
Okay.
I can't talk about it. Next. I gotta write down The Office, because that's the first and only one so far
that we have in common?
that we've had in common on the list. Yeah. So that means we can't be friends after this.
Okay. Well.
Number 5. You're gonna hate this. Seinfeld.
Fuck Seinfeld.
1989 to 1998. It is really funny.
It's not funny.
It is funny.
I've seen it. It's not that
It's
good.
funny. It's funny.
Well, okay.
I think it's funny in that it's because, like, you know, they say it's the show about nothing, and it is, in that it's not like, you know, I forget what Larry David, who also created it with Jerry Seinfeld, said, like, you know, the characters don't grow. They don't have, like, a hug at the end of the episode. Like, there's no, like, it's like almost like the anti-sitcom. Like, you love these characters, but they don't change. They don't, like, grow throughout these series. They're just horrible, horrible people.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think and honestly, I think it kind of paved the way for shows like Sunny in Philadelphia, or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, I forgot about that show, too.
Yeah. So you're number 5.
Oh. My number 5 is Scrubs.
Neat.
Fun fact, I cried at Scrubs, just like you did to The Office. It's fucking hilarious, and it's serious.
I think, I mean, I want to, like, I'll, like, obviously try to watch Scrubs.
Well, the first 2 seasons aren't that good. I think it's really good.
But I've always, like, just written it off as a terrible show. Number 4, Parks and Recreation. 2009 to 2015. Loved it. So good.
There we go.
Like, it's so good. Like, I could work myself into tears thinking about it, because it, like The Office, it has, like, such, like, heartwarming
I couldn't
moments.
watch it because it was too much like The Office, but not as good.
Yeah. Well, see, in some respects, I think it's better than The Office. I mean, it's lower on the list than The Office, but I think Parks and Rec, in its own way,
I don't like the characters.
Yeah, I love the characters.
No.
I think they're all great, but it's less realistic than The Office. Like, where The Office kind of isn't. And it's not realistic, but I mean, these situations in The Office, like, could have happened.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the situations in Parks and Rec could have happened, but it's more. It's, like, different. I can't explain it. Like, there's an episode where there's a Paunch Burger is, like, the, you know, McDonald's or whatever, and it has 3 sizes and, like, of a drink, and, like, the small is, like, what we consider a large now, and then it's, like, all the way up to kids size, which is like a full bucket, and they're like, and Amy Poehler's character Leslie is like, how is this a child? And she's the lady who represents Paunch Burger is like, well, it's roughly the size of a child liquefied. like of course, like, that's never gonna happen, but it's so funny, and, like, it's so great. I love all the characters. And I love that the last season was so good. Like, it went off on a very high note, and it didn't, you know, I think The Office should have ended when Michael left, for sure. And like, it in Parks and Rec never has a moment where you're like, okay, it should have ended here, you know?
Yeah.
Did you do number 4? No, I did number 4. You did number 4.
Oh, that was number 4? My number 4, you're gonna be like, why? Top Gear BBC.
I've never even seen it.
Well, it's pretty good. You would not like it at all.
What is it?
They talk about cars.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely terrible. You don't even like cars.
I like that.
What did they even... they just talk about cars? Like, this is a Mustang.
They, like, do things with cars. They talk about the specs and stuff. You know,
and it's British?
They do funny things. Yep. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious?
Yeah, there's a hilarious moments. It's awesome. You know, they, like, road trips.
So it's like Duck Dynasty.
They do, like... No, I mean, it's not... They do, like, road trips and, like...
It sounds like a reality show.
No. It's, like, presented, and they do, like... They have, like... They, like, talk during it, and then they do, like, review of a car, and they'll do, like, comparisons of cars.
I'm very confused. Didn't know you even had any interest in anything.
This happened over
car-related.
the year that
Oh.
we didn't talk.
Well, there you go.
I don't have much interest in cars,
So
but I
random.
think the show is awesome.
You will absolutely hate number 3 on my list.
Do I hate the show?
Yes. I think you actively hate the show. Number 3 is The Walking Dead.
Oh, the show sucks ass.
2010 to present. Well, here's
It's so
the thing.
boring.
It's not. Don't you ever say that.
There's
I'll
so
murder
many
your entire family.
There are many filler episodes.
I don't think there are. I will say, well...
There are like episodes where they literally just walk.
Yes, but the character development is very interesting. Like, if you've watched from the beginning to now, so good.
I've seen episodes now. Lick.
I,
That's changed.
Yeah, they've all changed. They've all changed. The Walking Dead, very good. Watch it every week. Haven't missed an episode. Like, I was the same way. I hated it. Like, I tried to get through the first episode many times and couldn't do it because I thought it was boring. But then, for whatever reason, one time I sat down and it just clicked. And I watched every single episode available on Netflix. I watched the entire
first season. I fucking was
yeah,
miserable.
I watched the entire first season in one night.
That's
Because I
sad.
loved it.
That's sad.
Because I loved it, and it was so good.
Okay.
What is your number 3?
My number 3 is Desperate Housewives.
That is a good show.
Awesome show. Hope it's on your list.
Well,
If it's not,
be prepared to be disappointed, because it's not on the
God
list.
damn it.
Desperate
It's a good
Housewives
show.
is a great show.
Great show.
I love Desperate Housewives, but the 5-year jump,
5-Year Jump was awesome.
I thought it was terrible.
I'm the only Desperate Housewives fan who liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was terrible. I get why they did it, because they could just do whatever stories they wanted now, because it's 5 years later, like,
Yeah,
anything
it's
could have
fucking awesome,
happened,
yeah.
but I hated it.
Tons of plot holes.
Yeah,
It created.
like, millions of plot holes.
But it's interesting.
I think, I can't remember why I hated it so much, like, why it jumped, but I can honestly say I did not finish the entire series.
Well, I knew about the jump. You probably. Just
I knew
watched
about
it.
the jump. I heard about the jump, and I thought it would be okay. And like, I think I watched like 1 or 2 seasons into the jump, and was like used to it. Like when Lynette gets cancer, I think that's in the jump.
Oh.
You know, and like I liked those episodes. Like there were episodes that I liked, but it just kind of got like when Lynette catfishes her son, and like falls in love with her son, kind of, and like. But I hated like Gabrielle and her fat fucking little daughter.
I love
like,
them.
I couldn't do it.
Anita and
Yeah, I just didn't like it. Like after it jumped, and like.
Cecilia.
I love Orson and Bree.
Bree is my favorite character.
They didn't get together. Like
Orson
there wasn't enough Andrew for my liking. Like I wanted gay Andrew butt sex, like front and center.
Okay, it was on ABC.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
but I think it was really good. Like I do think Desperate Housewives is a great show, and if it was still on Netflix, I know it's on Hulu, but I don't like Hulu very much. But if it was still on Netflix, I tried to rewatch it.
We're trying to get a sponsorship from Hulu. And
Are we?
No.
I tried to rewatch it, but I could not. I didn't get. I was like 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes in when it popped up that said like leaving Netflix on 1/1/15 or whatever it was, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So I
Well,
just
that
stopped
sucks.
because I got pissed.
Well,
But number 2 is The Office for me.
wow.
Yeah, number 2 is The Office. Loved it.
Yeah, we kind of already talked about it.
Well, I there was one night in particular that I was like very deep into The Office and got to the Goodbye Michael episode. Didn't go into work the next day. I was too sad. It was like 3 in the morning and I hadn't stopped watching it. Like, and I got to the Goodbye Michael episode and I wasn't gonna stop because I was into it. I was like very much into The Office at that point. Watched that episode, laid there and cried. Like there were like tears on my fucking pillow, like stained into my pillow. Called off work immediately right after that episode.
At night?
Yeah.
At 3 in the morning?
Yeah, because I knew I was not going to be able to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and go to work.
Oh.
So, number 2 is The Office.
That's good. Oh, you want to know my number 2?
Well, yeah,
that's how we do it.
yeah.
Breaking Bad is my number 2.
Yeah.
Featuring Walter White. Thanks, Artie.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Well,
Artie.
my number 1 is Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Breaking Bad is the best television show of our lifetime.
I would have to disagree because it's second to Lost. The best television show of our lifetime.
No. Of course, I never have watched Lost.
Yeah, you've never seen Lost. It's pretty good.
And the reason I don't watch it is because
you're lost.
Is because I am lost.
Yeah, I fucking...
I'm like so... I cannot... I don't know what it is. I'm sure if I watched it, I would like it.
You
But-
might. It's like really weird.
I can't...
I'm gonna rewatch it. I have to rewatch Lost.
But the problem for me with Lost is I feel like even if I watch it, I will not like it as much as Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad does not have a single bad episode.
Yeah, it does.
No.
The Fly.
Great episode.
Terrible episode.
Absolutely adore that episode.
I hated it.
It's a bottle episode. Because then the episode before that, it's like chickada, 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 rising action, and then that episode's like waiting, building the pressure, and then the next episode, great.
What happened in the next episode?
Well, I don't remember, but I know that is a thing.
I just thought it was really boring, and I was like, why the fuck is this an episode?
I loved it.
I was like about to go to work or something. I'm just like, I want to watch a good episode of Breaking Bad, and there's just a fucking fly in the room.
I think there is not a single bad episode of Breaking Bad. It's so well written, so well acted. I love every single character, even the ones that I hate, like Hank and Marie. Hate Hank and Marie. Love Hank and Marie.
I like that scene where Marie gives Hank a hand job. Masturbated.
Don't ever remember that happening.
He was in the hospital, and like his legs were like it was right before he started therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he felt like he was like being like a dick to Marie.
Yeah. Well, he always is.
Because, he felt like incompetent, and she's like, I'm gonna come over here and like, if you can do this, I'm gonna like give you a hand job or something.
Yeah.
And, like, they just did it in the
Oh,
hospital.
I kind of remember that.
I
loved Breaking Bad. And for me, there will never be another show better than Breaking Bad.
I have 2 Breaking Bad posters.
Yeah, Breaking Bad's so... I met Bryan Cranston.
You did meet Bryan Cranston.
I just like to tell people that. So I guess maybe we should read the top 10 list one more time. For my top 10 TV shows, The Golden Girls, number 10. Number 9, Will and Grace. Number 8, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Number 7, American Horror Story. Number 6, Better Call Saul. Number 5, Seinfeld. Number 4, Parks and Rec. Number 3, The Walking Dead. Number 2, The Office. Number 1, Breaking Bad.
For me, number 10, Ghost Adventures. Number 9, Colbert Report. Number 8, King of the Hill. Number 7, How I Met Your Mothers. Number 6, The Office. Number 5, Scrubs. Number 4, Top Gear BBC. Number 3, Desperate Housewives. Number 2, Breaking Bad. Number 1, Lost.
Neat. If you're still with us...
They're probably not. Nobody's with us at this point.
I think Royal Nicholas Benton's still watching. Royal Nicholas Benton, if you're still watching, text me right now and say MOATAIF. Now we'll know. We'll know if he's even lying about like watching the first episode. Because I was like, do you remember when Artie like took over at the end and he was like, yeah. What if he didn't? Now we'll know.
Yeah.
Now we'll know. Moving on to top 10 movies.
I'm excited for this one.
I am too. Number 10, Mean Girls, 2004.
Very random. I like it though.
I love that movie. Well written.
I love that movie.
Stupid.
Too.
It's like stupid, but it's like funny.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Good movie.
Tina Fey can do no wrong in my mind.
My number 10 is Howl's Moving Castle. Don't think you've ever seen it. It's anime.
Never even heard of it.
Well, it's anime.
Howl's Moving Castle?
Yep.
Like Howl?
Yep.
What is it about?
It's about this motherfucking bitch.
Is it Miyazaki or whatever his name is?
Yeah, it's Miyazaki. Thanks, Artie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about this motherfucking bitch who she gets like this curse and turns into an old woman.
I think I've seen.
And then finds like this he's like a wizard or something.
I think I've seen like pictures of it.
Yeah.
Like really I think I've seen like the old lady looking thing.
It's really good.
Or maybe I'm thinking of a character in Spirited Away.
There was an old lady in Spirited Away.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm
Baba.
thinking of. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Yo Baba.
Yo Baba.
Yeah, so number 9, The Jerk, 1979, Steve Martin.
I fucking hate Steve Martin.
I love Steve Martin.
Didn't you tell me like you knew I would hate your list?
Yeah, I know you're gonna hate my movie list. I love Steve Martin. I think he's hilarious, and I think The Jerk, funny. Which he actually wrote, is one of his best movies.
Oh, I disagree.
I love it.
I respectively
hilarious.
Disagree. Number 9, Interstellar for me.
Really?
Loved it.
Never seen it.
Loved it.
With like Matthew McConaughey and like Sandra Bullock.
3 hours of like fucking. I'm just like humming the entire time.
What is it really even about? Don't even know.
Well, like Earth is like ending or something, and they have to like find a way to, like either like get everybody off of Earth to another planet.
Or, let's be honest.
Or like bring some like sperm or something, like repopulate another planet.
Sure, it is a great movie, but let's be honest.
There's lots of physics and stuff, and that's what I like.
If the world was ending, nothing we could do about it because the big man upstairs has a plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, The Jerk is just about a poor man who becomes rich, and he's telling his life story.
Oh, you go with like the simple approach, like.
Yeah. Well, he's born a poor black child. I could just recite the whole movie to you. He's born a poor black child.
I've seen the movie.
So good.
I probably thought it was funny. It was like 5.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely more nostalgic than it is like funny, but I love it.
I don't get the humor now.
I do. I still think it's hilarious.
Okay.
He hates these cans! Hilarious.
Okay.
Stupid.
Okay.
But hilarious.
No.
You hate me.
Going, yeah, I do.
Number 8,
Can't be
What
friends with
Dreams May Come. 1998. Robin Williams.
Never seen it.
Good movie.
I assume since
Yeah.
it's on your top 10.
It's about Robin Williams plays a man who is a doctor, and he and his wife, their kids die, and then a year later, or years later, I don't really remember, he dies. And so his wife, he's like in heaven, and his heaven is his wife's paintings. And his wife is like clinically depressed because like now her entire family's dead, so she kills herself, and he has to go through hell to find her and bring her back to heaven.
That sounds interesting.
It is a really good movie.
I farted and it smells really
I heard.
good. Okay. My number 7 is 8. This used to be my number 1. A long time ago. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, I do remember when you hello again.
Yeah, we used to listen to the soundtrack like over and over.
I like you for 1,000 years. I've never seen the movie.
You listen to the soundtrack many
Yeah,
times.
well, because you've made me listen to it.
Yeah. I used to have I looked up shirts that Michael Cera wore during the movie, and I bought one. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember you having that shirt. I don't remember what it was.
It was Plumtree.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
random ass
yeah,
indie
yeah.
band.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm pretty sure they sang "I like you 200,000 years."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they do, because I just sang that.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that who sings it? Plumtree?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Number 7, Napoleon Dynamite. Also 2004.
Random.
Love that movie.
I didn't you say you like these movies. I never think they're going to be on your top 10 list.
Yeah, I love Napoleon Dynamite. It's so fucking stupid,
It
but
is
it's
stupid.
so good. Like, at first, the first time I saw it was, well, in 2004, and, well, I don't think I saw it in 2004, but anyway, when I remember watching it on the bus to DC and hating it, like, the first time.
I
And
think that's when I watched it.
And then they showed it, like, a second time, and then, like, a third time, and by, like, time 4, I loved it. And then ever since then, I've just loved it. Like, it's so fun. Like, I think at first I didn't get it. Like, I just saw it and I was like, this is fucking boring.
Yeah.
But then you watch it as you're older and, like, you get the humor. Not that it's, like, adult humor, but the humor isn't...
Yeah,
the humor isn't, like, what we used to like in, like, 4th grade, like, fucking, like, SpongeBob. Like, yeah, it was more just funny. Like, it's just funny.
It's kind of dry.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny because it's not funny, I guess.
I used to get so pissed as a kid because he had this sign on his wall that said like, Pegasus Crossing, but
Yeah.
it just said XING. I'm like, what the fuck is that X mean? My number 7 is RoboCop.
Oh, yeah.
I love RoboCop.
Fun,
You know that.
Fun fact, RJ's contact picture in my phone is RoboCop.
Yep.
It has been for years.
Yep.
Because I just remember when I got my first iPhone, I was picking random pictures for people. Like, I remember Brian Abelos was a buffalo for some reason. Don't know why.
Buffalo.
Yeah. JT was just a hideous picture of JT. Hannah was just butterflies. And and you were like, make mine RoboCop. And it's just been that for, like, ever. So, like, whenever you call me, I see RoboCop. And it's just, it's hilarious.
Yeah, RoboCop's
so
awesome.
random.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
You should.
Never seen RoboCop.
Don't watch the shitty remake.
Well, I would never.
Okay, well.
And
The effects are good. But
almost every remake is terrible anyway.
Yeah, we're right.
Number 6, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I heard that's a classic.
1987. Yeah, it is. Starring Steve Martin and John Candy.
No,
Hilarious.
I don't think I've seen it. I might have seen it as a child.
Yeah, it's like Steve Martin's trying to get home for Thanksgiving, and there's like a snowstorm, and he's on the plane
Oh,
with
is there a scene
John
where he's
Candy.
like in the airport and he gets nasty with somebody at the airport?
Yes, hilarious.
Yeah, I've
Best
seen
scene in the movie, yeah. And so he and John Candy then,
Oh,
through
they-
using planes, trains, and automobiles, try to get home together.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Don't they like hate each other at first?
Yeah, they despise each other for like the entire movie.
Oh.
But then, of course, there's a happy ending.
Yeah, okay.
But it's also it's directed by the guy who did The Breakfast Club and like that guy.
That guy.
Yeah,
Don't know
John
his name.
Hughes.
Oh.
Yeah, I know his name, but I
don't
knew
know
if
his
I
name.
just said John Hughes, you wouldn't know.
Yeah. My number... What?
6.
Is Borat.
6?
Yeah. That
Why?
should tell you how much I love these next movies.
Yes, for like
I love
Borat is the reason we're friends.
It's the funniest movie ever made.
I agree with that, but it's so much higher on my list.
Well,
I cannot believe that Borat is way down there.
I feel
on
like
your
dramas
list.
have to be high on the list. Like they're just like
I guess. Number 5, Bicentennial Man, 1999, starring Robin Williams.
never seen it, but I
Great
I
movie.
used to reference something called Bicentennial Madness all the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Don't know why I did it. It just popped in my head like last
Yeah,
week.
I don't either. But Bicentennial Man is about a robot, Robin Williams, who possesses human like emotions and is more human than robot, and he goes over the 200 years that the movie takes place in, he becomes a human, essentially. It's his journey from...
Sounds really good.
It's so good. Like, I just watched it the other day with Nick. Cried. I still cry every time I see it, because it's so good.
Well, I might have to watch it. Was that your number 5?
Yeah.
My number 5 is Spirited Away.
Good movie.
Another Miyazaki
Watched it
film.
with you, yeah.
Yeah, good movie.
And then had the DVD for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you were like...
Fun
"Bring back
fact,
my
I got
DVD."
that from Netflix, the DVD from Netflix.
Yeah. Never give it back.
Never give it back.
Yeah.
And I got the movie eventually for $25.
Wow.
Because it's expensive.
I forget. Oh, also, Bicentennial Man's the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not why it's on the list, but it's you know.
Mine is Rugrats in Paris.
Neat.
Yeah.
Number 4, Forrest Gump, 1994.
Oh, I didn't even put Forrest Gump.
Great
I
movie.
thought about it.
Yeah, great movie. Forrest Gump and Borat, I think, are the two reasons that we like
that's
first
definitely the
became
reason we're
friends. Like,
but
yeah.
I guess I don't hold our friendship that high. So I guess. I'm joking.
I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that's why they're on the list, but we bonded
we
over our
bonded because
mutual
we both-
love of those movies.
We loved Forrest Gump and we quoted it all the
yeah,
time.
and then just randomly we started quoting Borat, like, and I was just like, "You like Borat too?" Like, everybody loves Borat.
Everybody likes Borat, except for Stephanie. She doesn't like Borat.
Wow.
Was that number 4?
Yeah.
Number 4 is V for Vendetta.
Oh, I do know you like that movie.
I love that movie.
I remember in Waterlogged, you buy a V for Vendetta mask.
Yeah, and I still have it.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
It's a Guy Fawkes mask, but I'll let them.
Well, but you said in the video, I buy a V for Vendetta?
Is that what I did?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so that's why I said that. Number 3 is Her, 2013.
Never seen it. You
Starring
tell me about
Joaquin
it.
Phoenix, yeah. Reminds me of a lot of another movie on my list, Lost in Translation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Alien.
Never seen it.
You should.
Sigourney Weaver. Is she in all of them?
I think just the first. Wait,
Just the first one?
No. I'm not sure. I haven't watched Aliens or Alien 3 enough.
Oh.
I just love Alien.
Well, I feel like you would know from seeing them if she was in all of them.
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't like. I never pay attention to those things.
Oh, okay. Number 2.
Borat.
That's number 2? Oh.
Yeah. That was my second favorite movie.
Really?
Yeah, and you have it at 6. Very offended.
I love these other movies.
The height of comedy, like the funniest movie ever made.
I agree, but
Shaped my humor.
has Borat made me cry uncontrollably?
Well, no. But your number 2 did?
Garden State, yes.
Ah.
I cried.
Haven't seen
Almost
it yet.
as long as my number 1, Lost in Translation.
You can't give away your number 1.
You already did.
Mine's also Lost in Translation.
Yeah, we both love Lost
We
in
both love Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation, best movie of all time.
It is. It genuinely
If you and I
is.
think it is, then it is.
Yeah. Like, it is officially the best movie of all time. I have 2 posters hanging in my closet right now that were hanging in our apartment.
I have 1.
It's so good. If we even talked about it, I would start crying.
Yeah, I would too, so it's not.
Let's not even talk about it. But the top 10 list for me: Mean Girls 10, The Jerk 9, What Dreams May Come 8, Napoleon Dynamite 7, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles 6, Bicentennial Man 5, Forrest Gump 4, Her 3, Borat 2, Lost in Translation number 1.
I'm not going to say the numbers because it takes too long.
It
It's
does.
too much effort. Mine is Howl's Moving Castle, Interstellar, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, RoboCop, Borat, Spirited Away, V for Vendetta, Alien, Garden State, Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation's so good.
Best movie ever made.
I think in the history of the Academy Awards, Bill Murray not winning an Oscar for that movie is the biggest tragedy of them all.
Yeah, it should not be an accredited institution.
Yeah, he was actually favored to win that award. Like, everybody thought he was going to, and then Sean Penn won for something. We'll never watch the movie that Sean Penn is in now
No, we
because it
fucking hate
pisses
that.
me off so much.
We should have a burning party.
Like, Bill Murray in Lost in Translation it may be one of the best acting performances I've ever seen. I think. Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson, you wouldn't think they would have any chemistry.
Yeah,
But they're
it works.
so good. Like, nope, can't talk about it.
I think he just understood the movie, you know?
Yeah, can't talk about it.
Okay. Here's where, like, we're never gonna agree.
Oh, for sure not.
We might have one in common. For
Yeah.
albums. Top 10 albums!
Top 10 music albums.
Now for mine, I made my list knowing that this should be assumed. Love every song on the album.
Yeah.
Never a song I skip. I listen to these, all of these at least once a month.
Yes. Mine is also with those stipulations, but yes. Yeah, it's those stipulations, but there are some, like, some of these I might skip a few songs, you know. But for the most part, because I think the difference between you and I is that you listen to full albums, and I'm more of like a single, like,
yeah.
I listen to like a song here, a song here, a song here. Like, I like an artist's like greatest hits album more than like listening to the, you know. But these albums are the exception to that. These are albums that I can actually listen to beginning to end and actually like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Even if I would normally not listen to these songs, if I listen to these albums beginning to end, I will enjoy it. Number 10, Thriller, Michael Jackson.
No.
1982. I love every single song on that album.
I fucking hate Michael Jackson.
I love every single song on that album.
Well, you're gonna hate my number 10. Jagged Little Pill. Alanis Morissette, number 10. At least she's in the top 10.
How is that number 10?
Because I like all these other ones better.
I hate you. What's my number 9? Number 9 is Savage Garden, 1997 by Savage Garden. Great
Never
album.
heard of Savage Garden.
You have. You know the song like, I'll be your wish, I'll be your hope, I'll be your fantasy. You've heard it.
That's the
promise.
gayest thing on your list.
Yeah, oh, for sure. It's a
Why?
great song, but that whole album is really good. And I actually did not discover that album until last week.
The fuck?
Yeah. Spotify does like a Discovered Weekly playlist. It had a song from this album that I already knew. Like, I knew of Savage Garden from Truly Madly Deeply. And on that same album was this other song, To the Moon and Back. And I was like, neat. So I listened to that. Great song. And then I was like, let's just listen to that album. Great album. Like, I took like 4 or 5 songs off the album and put it onto my like driving playlist. Like, that's how much I enjoyed it.
Well, weird album I like. It's not on the list, but Mariah Carey's first album. Really good.
But it's not on your list.
It's not on my list.
So,
it's just a random
yeah,
album that I
that
just
is
found.
really random.
I was just like, I like this.
That is really random.
She's like, I'm not
I don't
gonna,
like
I'm
Mariah
not going to try to
Carey.
do
I like what she's doing now when she can't even like remember her own lyrics and she's just like, did you see her performing All I Want for Christmas Is You at like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade or something like that?
Nope.
I'll make you listen to it. Absolutely hilarious. Like, as soon as we're done with this, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Absolutely hilarious.
You heard it there, folks.
Number
You
9.
say your number 9? Mine is Pictures at an Expedition by Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Never heard it.
It's a reworking of Mursaksky, I think that's how you say it. His classical
louder.
suite.
Talk louder.
Mursaksky? I don't know how to say it. His classical suite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Is
pretty
it
it's
just
pretty good.
Is it just orchestral music? Or is there like
Greg
singing
Lake
and
worked
stuff?
in lyrics to
Okay.
it, but like the original piece is just orchestral.
Now, is
I mean,
this...
Emerson, Lake and Palmer is literally just Keith Emerson on a Moog module organ.
Yeah.
It's like this huge, like fucking, like one of the first synthesizers.
Yeah.
And then Greg Lake on bass and guitar. He does both. And then Carl Palmer on drums. It's just 3 people.
Huh.
And they did like this entire. It's really good.
I would be interested in listening to that. Would it be something I would like?
No,
Oh, why not?
because it's like, the organ.
Why would I not like that?
I hope. Well, if you like that, I would like you to listen to it. There's a really good song. Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Number 8, The Fame Monster,
It's number 8.
2009, Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Because I love Lady, but specifically for me, it's got to be the deluxe version.
Yeah, I
It has to be the Fame Monster Deluxe because the Fame Monster Deluxe is the reissue of the Fame
with the Fame list.
with also the 6 or 7 songs.
That's
from
also
Fame
the
Monster.
CD we bought at Best Buy and listened to it for like an entire summer over and over again.
Because it's so good.
Yeah, it is really
The
good.
Fame Monster, well, clearly one of the best albums of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's also on my list.
Yeah, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is The Great Misdirect by Between the Buried and Me.
Would
Realize
not
you,
like
you
that.
will never ever
Yeah,
listen to it.
would not
We
like
listened
that.
to one song off of it.
Have we?
Yeah,
I
Swim
mean,
in the
I probably
Moon.
wouldn't
It's my
know.
favorite song of all time.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't know. Number 7, the Bridges of Madison County original cast album.
Does that count?
Yeah, it counts.
Okay.
If the Colbert Report counts as a TV show, then
Okay.
then cast albums count as albums. But the score of the Bridges of Madison County is the most beautiful score I've ever heard in my entire life. And like, could make me sob like right now if I was listening to it. I listen to it daily since I've seen it, and I saw it on Broadway over a year ago.
And that's not your number like 1 if you listen to it daily.
Well,
Your next album must be good.
it would be my number 1 like cast album of all time for sure, but it's not my number 1 album of all time.
Okay. Is this number 8?
7.
I don't number them. My number 7 is Them by King Diamond, which I just found on CD.
Yeah.
the other day.
Grandma!
Yep.
Interesting fact, it was used in one of our intros.
Yep.
For one
intro.
video. Was it Matilda the Blowfish?
Don't remember.
I think it was Matilda the Blowfish.
Yeah, good album.
Yeah.
Black metal, you would not like it.
Would not like it at all. I think it's interesting, like, the concept of it. Because is it technically a concept album?
It is not like it is a concept.
It is
album.
a concept album. Yeah, I like the concept of it, but when I actually listen to it, I just don't like black metal or whatever. Number 6, Let's Talk About Love, 1997, Celine Dion.
Okay.
Great album.
Okay.
One of the obviously, clearly, I think it's one of the greatest albums of all time, but it has so many good songs on it, obviously. But the most famous of which is My Heart Will Go On, of course.
Celine Dion's okay. I don't hate her. I just never listened to her.
I think she's one of the best vocalists of our time.
I think she's good.
Yeah. Great a great female vocalist.
Yes. My number.
She's
6?
my bitch.
Okay.
She's my bitch. Yeah.
Well, I was talking, but
I know.
my number 6 is the Fame Monster Deluxe Edition by Lady.
Neat. I'm better than you because I have a. Well, actually, you're better than me because you have a higher on your list. But I know of a specific Lady Gaga album that we both adore that you did not factor into your list.
Yeah.
Number 5, I Stand, 2008, Idina Menzel. I love every single song on the album, and it's also co-produced. Well, I can't tell you, but it's co-produced by Glenn Ballard, and I'll explain why that's significant later when I reveal another choice on my list. But he also produced another choice on my list, but he co-wrote every song with Idina Menzel, who I adore, obviously.
Yes.
One of my favorite people on the face of the planet, and I love every single song. There is not a bad song on the album.
As is the case with mine. I guess the Fame Monster
Has some bad songs on it.
Yeah.
Teeth.
Paper Gangster.
Yeah. Don't want no paper gangster. Yeah.
Yes, I know in my life too. Yeah.
What's your number 5?
The only reason the Fame Monster is on there instead of Art Pop is because it just means more to me.
Yeah.
It
means more to you.
Yeah. Like I think Art Pop. Like I would rather listen to Art Pop.
Yeah.
Than the Fame Monster if given the choice. But it just has significance to me.
Yeah. Because it was like.
Yeah, it's like representing the entire summer we spent together.
Right. Well, it definitely did. And I mean, that's probably why I put it on my list. And because I don't know 10 albums. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But, I love the Fame Monster. And I love Lady Gaga. And that summer, when we first started listening to Lady Gaga, was one of the best. I mean, we've always listened to Lady Gaga, of course. But that summer in particular was wonderful. What's your number 5?
Animals by Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah. You told me that unpopular opinion to think it's better than...
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
And The Wall.
Yeah. When the show choir performed at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it was their they had a huge Pink Floyd exhibit there.
Yeah.
And of course I did not appreciate it because
People worship Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
I don't worship Pink Floyd. I just love this album.
Yeah. Number 4, Rumors, 1977, Fleetwood Mac. Great album.
You do love that album.
I love that album. I wanted to steal it from Dan Sachs. I didn't, but
yeah, you did want to.
I wanted to so bad. I want it on vinyl. I want a record player for my birthday. I told my parents I want a record player for my birthday. And I want definitely these top 10 albums on vinyl, for sure. But of all of them, the only one that I want to be original, Fleetwood Mac. Rumors, 1977. What is your number 4?
Probably pretty cheap. Mine is A Lesson in Romantics by Mayday Parade.
Get the keys, don't cry.
Mayday Parade is my third favorite band of all time.
Yeah, well, this isn't favorite bands now, is it?
I'm just saying.
I know. That was so rude.
The album is good.
You
Be the Anchor, one of the best songs.
Of Mayday Parade's discography, my favorite is Valdosta, their acoustic album.
That's a very, very unpopular opinion.
I know it is.
People hate it.
I love Valdosta.
Yeah, because we used to listen to it over and over again.
But I think Mayday Parade is a better acoustic band. Because I think it shows off
I like their voices.
their actual vocal abilities.
Yeah.
Whereas their other, I guess it's still the same songs, but I think I like some of their songs are more. I think their songs are more romantic or have more feeling when it's just them. I mean, I think that's normal with acoustic albums. I don't know why people don't like it. Because it's not rock.
They think their voice is ugly.
Well, it kind of is. But
it is, but it's like natural. Like,
yeah. Number 3, Art Pop, Lady Gaga, 2013.
That's number 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, great album. I think
it is good.
They're only there's only Jewels and Drugs is now the only song on that album that I don't like.
I like Jewels and Drugs though.
Jewels and Drugs.
I like the way he like starts saying get us gang.
I hate I like the chorus of Jewels and Drugs.
Yeah.
Don't
slap
Jewels
honey
and Drugs,
on a young pancake.
I don't know the lyrics, but I used to hate Swine, but it grew on me. It grew on me.
I don't like Manicure.
I love every single song on Art Pop except Jewels and Drugs.
Well, there you go.
And because I don't like rap.
Neither do I. I just think it's funny, especially that one.
I like that she.
One of the worst things.
I like that she experimented with it, but I think it would be better if it was more Lady Gaga in Jewels and Drugs.
I like what it means in the album, though. Like, you know, the entire album is like it's like, you know, it's kind of crazy at first, and then like it gets like serious.
Yeah. Well, she even says Art Pop is like a complete just like experimental, like not experimental, but it's just like a
progressive.
Yeah. Well, I forget what is the thing that she says.
I feel like it's really progressive.
Art pop culture, and me. You know, she's just saying like this is like.
Pop culture wasn't art, no.
Art and pop culture and me. Yeah, like it's a exploration of art and pop culture.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah, I love it. You hate it because it's not even in your top 10.
I don't know what to kick out for it to be in my top 10.
I think you could... Okay, it doesn't matter. What's your top 3? What's your 3, I mean?
Tarkus by Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yeah. Would I like this album?
Do you like 70s classic progressive rock from Europe?
I don't know. What does 70s progressive classic rock from Europe sound like?
Really weird.
What is another example of a 70s classic pop rock album?
Progressive rock.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. Not anything comparable to this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's kind...
Tarkus is the one that you have framed.
Yes. It has an armadillo tank.
Yeah. It's a really nice album cover.
It's a concept album.
Is it? What's the concept?
I don't know. It's really weird.
But you know it's a concept album.
They just said it was a concept album. Oh. There's like something about an aqua Tarkus.
What is a Tarkus?
The armadillo thing.
Hmm.
But I really
is
like
it an
the song.
actual thing?
No.
Oh.
Well,
like, I didn't know if it was
it's literally just a made-up thing.
Yeah.
I really don't know what the album's about. But the first side is Tarkus, and the rest are other songs that are good.
Yeah. Number 2, Ultraviolence, 2014, Lana Del Rey.
Random, considering I don't know who she is.
She's... Here's the thing. My roommate in Chicago that I fell in love with and wrote a musical about introduced me to Lana Del Rey, and I thought she was absolutely terrible. I heard a song, it was National Anthem was the first Lana Del Rey song I ever heard. Boy, you should get down now, take your body downtown. Absolutely terrible. Thought it was terrible. Don't know why he chose that song first.
You still think it's terrible?
No, I love it now.
Oh.
Absolutely adore it now. But at the time, it was absolutely terrible. Like, I was like, this is not good. Like, because by all, like, when I first heard it, it was more, and National Anthem is more of like a spoken song. It's not rap, but it's like, Lana Del Rey has like this weird style to this song specifically, and I thought it was all like that, and I was like, nope, absolutely terrible. No. And so then he would start like randomly listening to other songs. And I was like, well, that's pretty good. Like, that's pretty good. And then I bought like Blue Jeans and Ride like singles on iTunes, like, and then I just listened to every single song and I loved it. And Ultraviolence, like, she has 3 albums: Born to Die, and then Paradise, which is kind of like the Fame and the Fame Monster kind of thing, like, because Paradise is everything on Born to Die plus new songs, and then Ultraviolence. Yeah. And Born to Die, I skip a few songs. Paradise, I skip a few songs. Ultraviolence, love every single song.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's her best album. And it's different from the others because it's very, like, sad, and it's very somber, and, like, her music is very, like, they call it, like, noir, like, because it's kind of, you know, it's, like, pop noir, like, it's, like, I can't explain it, but in the specifically, like, this album, like, on, you know, Born to Die, she had a lot of, like, not upbeat, but she had a lot of, like, catchy tunes and, like, Summertime Sadness is one of her songs that I don't know if you've heard it, but that's, like, her most, I think...
I've never heard of Lana Del Rey.
It's, like, one of her most popular songs, I think.
Randomly people like her.
And so, but in Ultraviolence, it's very different, and it's, like, very dark and somber and, you know... Whereas, like, Born to Die, there's a song... Or it's Born to Die, or no, I think it's Paradise. There's a song called Cola. First lyric is, my pussy tastes like Pepsi Cola. Like,
oh.
So it's like, she went from, like, that to songs on Ultraviolence, like, My Baby Lives in Shades of Blue. Like, all these, like, great... I think her lyrics are beautiful on Ultraviolence. I think her voice is beautiful on Ultraviolence. And I think the orchestral is beautiful. Like, I think it's beautiful. I love Ultraviolence. Unpopular opinion, I think.
Really?
I don't think people think it's... People like it, but I think they definitely like Born to Die the best. Because it is a great album. But, for me, Ultraviolence is her best album. Don't know if it's someone you would like, but for me it's like she's not like Lady Gaga, but the love that I have for Lady Gaga is the same I have for Lana Del Rey.
Oh.
But they're not really the same
Yeah.
in that respect.
They don't have the same presence.
Yeah. Lana Del Rey is very not sexual, but she's very sensual and, like, you know, drugs and like, she's very, like, Lana Del Rey's hot as fuck. Like,
I've
think
seen
she's
pictures
very
of her on
attractive.
Tumblr, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, like, I think she's very attractive, and she's just, like, she wrote a song on Ultraviolence called Fucked My Way Up to the Top because people think she fucked her way to the top in, like, the music industry, and, like, she probably did, but she just wrote a song, like, I fucked my way up to the top, like...
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love Lana Del Rey, and,
she's
like...
a free spirit.
Yeah, and on Honeymoon, her next album coming out, like, one of the songs is called High by the Beach. Great song. They're all great.
Thank God.
Like, you would think these would be things that I wouldn't like, because
yes.
Like, but she's so good. Like, I could talk about her for hours, and clearly I've been talking about her a while, but I really love Lana Del Rey. I'd fuck her.
What?
Yeah.
You're gay.
Yeah, like, I would fuck, like, Fame era Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I would fuck all eras of Lana Del Rey. Because she hasn't changed, like, her appearance, like, she didn't get ugly, like... Sorry, lady, that sounds mean.
She has, like, a rat nest, where she had a rat nest for Art Pop as her hair.
Well, yeah, when she, like, for Venus and Art Pop, like, that was an ugly wig. And the wig for Cheek to Cheek, hideous. Like, when she was doing Cheek to Cheek, I thought that was hideous.
Yeah, I like Cheek to Cheek, though.
Could be a good album.
It was a weird album.
Could be a good album.
I don't think you've listened to it.
I haven't listened to it completely, no.
They get a song called Nature Boy. They ripped off Jungle Boy when this song came out in the 60s.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is August and Everything After by Counting Crows, one of my most favorite albums of all time.
But you didn't...
I absolutely love it.
Had you listened to it before when you... Cause
I found it, like, almost directly after I moved out of the apartment.
Oh.
And so, you know, I was really bad point in my life, and I was depressed, and the album spoke words to me, and...
Yeah. I definitely know...
As it has to a lot of people.
Yeah. For me, that was The Birds of Massac County.
Yeah, great album. Every song I can cry to.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Omaha, because it's not sad.
Omaha. I liked it. I think it is a good album.
It's exceptional.
I have listened to it beginning to end. One of the only probably album besides your number fucking 10 on the list that I've listened to beginning to end. Like,
yeah.
And it is a really good album. But I, you know, don't know where it would rank on my list.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, there was a point where I would listen to it at least once a day.
Yeah. Beginning to end?
Beginning to end for months.
Wow.
I listened to it on the way to school. I fell in love with every single song. I know how to play every single song on the guitar and piano.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yep. Love it.
Number 1, and this is why I was so pissed at your number 10.
My number 10, bro.
Number 1 is Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette.
Neat. That's number 1?
Yeah. That is my favorite album of all time.
Seems weird to me.
I love that album. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do, because it's
good.
It's a good album. And, like, it's just each song... I like each song except for, like, one. Wake Up or whatever it's called.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think the reason you like that is because it's, like, really an album. Like, every song is different, but they have, you know,
a universal
mood.
theme.
Yeah, a mood that is set throughout the entire. Like you just feel Jagged Little Pill,
right?
Kind of like how I do with most of my albums on my list, but like
especially
like August and everything after has the same effect. Like
the
songs, they're different, but like musically they're not that different.
Yeah,
but they all have the same mood, like going crazy.
It was
I think Jagged Little Pill is the same type of.
Yeah, Jagged Little Pill was co-produced with Glenn Ballard from earlier, who also did "I Stand" by Idina Menzel, two of my favorite albums.
That's neat.
Yeah, he I think Alanis Morissette writes great lyrics. I think the lyrics for Jagged Little Pill are really good. Like, and you can like feel through her lyrics like she was like literally going crazy. Like especially in "You Ought to Know," but also like in just like lines like "I see right through you," like shit like that. Like that's a chorus. Like she says that like many times in that song. Like she sings. You took me out. You took a long hard look at my ass and then played golf for a while.
Yeah.
Like, you took me for a joke. Took me for a child. You took a long hard look at my ass and then played golf for a while. That's what it was. You took me out to Wine Dine 69 me and didn't hear a damn word I said. I see right through.
Is that like your favorite song?
I don't know, but I do like that song a lot. I think I just listened to it like on the way here. That's why I
like
am thinking of it.
Perfect. That's a good song.
That is a good song.
Like you can feel like I assume she's talking about her parents.
Yeah, I think so.
Like you can feel like she really like means it.
Yeah. I think that is the only song on the album that's like really slow, I think. Except like Forgiven kind of starts out that way, but then it's just like immediately like
ironic.
I never. Well, that's not really slow. I don't think.
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think? It's like a riot.
I guess you're right. Anyway, my number one is Colors. We're probably not going to talk about it much because you don't like metal.
Yeah, never heard it.
Best album of all time ever written.
And you've seen them multiple times.
2 times.
Well,
and I'm seeing them again in November.
Really?
Yep.
I'll be in New York City, living in New York City.
Good job.
I know, right?
Twin the Bear to me, best band to ever grace this earth.
What is my favorite band? Fleetwood Mac probably is my favorite band. Like if I had to,
I don't understand.
If I had to guess a band, it would be Fleetwood Mac. I think.
I'm trying to think of a comparison to like what I think of Fleetwood Mac like to you. It's just literally just this band. They have songs that people listen to, but I never thought people actually listened to them and like highly regarded them.
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac is one of the best-selling bands of all time.
They'd be like saying like your like favorite band is like Motley Crue.
No.
Like they have songs, people listen to them, but would they ever be somebody's
favorite
no,
band? But I think Stevie Nicks is a great lyricist. And I think I like the thing that I like the most about Fleetwood Mac is that they each like every single person brings lyrics and like different songs that like there isn't like yes like Stevie Nicks is technically like the lead singer, but on some songs it's Lindsey Buckingham and on some songs it's Christine McVie and some song, you know what I mean? It's like there's no like if you wrote the song like you listen to it like I love it. I love Fleetwood Mac. They're one of my favorite bands.
There you go, folks.
Like Elton John's one of my favorite solo artists. Like, But anyway,
I can't think of a solo. King Diamond, solo artist.
I don't think that counts.
He's a solo artist.
That's like saying Sugarland is a solo artist.
Well,
because it's Jennifer Nettles in a band.
Puff Daddy.
Like, yeah, that's a solo artist.
I don't like Puff Daddy.
Anyway,
Thomas Giles.
This is a long ass podcast. I told you over an hour.
This has been really long.
Yeah, for a half-hour podcast, it's pretty long. Anyway, I think it was a good podcast. I think it was a good discussion.
Enjoyed sharing our top 10s.
Yeah, for you, Nicholas.
Yes.
If you're still watching at this point, text me right now and say, I like to squirt olive juice. Now we're going to turn it over to Artie, and until next week, I'll be out of town. Actually, technically, it's, Wednesday? Because I'm out of town on Sunday. So right now I'm in Virginia with my family, but, Well,
when we upload this Sunday?
Yeah.
I will be preparing for school on Monday. I'm in college.
He's actually going into the 6th grade this year.
Yeah. Just kidding. I'm not in college. I'm a fucking 6th grader.
Shut up the video.
I'm nervous for my first year in middle school. Adi, can you give me some words of encouragement?
Hang on, I can't remember the Artie voice.
What do you mean?
Welcome.
You don't have to.
Morbidly obese. There it is. Yeah, I don't know what Zach was talking about.
It's not. I'm not doing it. I can't get it right.
3.
What is my phone number?
3.
It's 937
937. Hello, my name is Artie. It is time to say goodbye to the show. Thank you for watching MOATAIF. Actually, you listen to it with your ears. My advice for you, RJ, for going into middle school, bring a wide-ruled paper. Do not get college-ruled. College-ruled is too small. You cannot get all the words on the thing. You'll be writing over top of the other letters. If you write a Y, you'll be writing over it later, right over the stem of the Y. My daughter, her name is Priscilla. She goes to a remedial school. She's a very bad girl. I spank her bottom a lot. She's very disrespectful. I hate her very much. I do think she is illegitimate child of my wife's from another marriage from when I was in jail. I went to jail in 1977.
Damn, Marty.
I went to jail in 1977 for grand larceny, and then I come back from jail. My wife is pregnant. She tell me it's from when I was in jail. I was in jail for 2 years. I was in jail for 2 years where I did not have any conjugal visit. I do not think Priscilla is my daughter. Please get her out of my house. Please call the Humane Society, because she is a little bitch-ass animal. Goodbye.
It is the economy, stupid.